with a special Courage and Commitment Award to recognize his bold leadership, his wise counsel, his generosity, and his steadfast commitment to addressing institutional racism. At the time, the Erase Racism Board decided that a fitting legacy would be an annual award recognizing outstanding leaders for their life's commitment to civil rights and unraveling racism. That award is the Abraham Krasnoff Courage and Commitment Award.
Good evening. I'm deeply honored to introduce this evening's first Abraham Krasnoff Courage and Commitment Award recipient. While I could easily speak all evening about the extraordinary life of Howard A. Glickstein, in an effort to keep the program on time, I will limit my remarks and urge you all to read his bio, which is incredibly impressive, in the journal. For the past few years, I've had the great privilege to serve Erase Racism as co-chair of the Board of Directors with Mr. Glickstein. Howard is a tireless advocate for social justice. While most people on Long Island know of Howard through his work as the Dean Emeritus of Touro Law Center, due to his humble and very unassuming presence, many do not know of his lifelong commitment to civil rights and public interest law. During the civil rights movement, he served as staff attorney with the Department of Justice Civil Rights Division, and he helped to draft the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965. He also served the nation as general counsel and later as the staff director of the U.S. Commission on Civil Rights. Many of us would not be seated in this ballroom, in this hotel, or be able to exercise our right to vote were it not for the bold and courageous actions taken by Mr. Glickstein many years ago. Howard, on behalf of everyone in this room, I thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Howard Glickstein, 2011 Abraham Krasnoff Courage and Commitment Award recipient.
Thank you, Scott, for that generous introduction. It's a real pleasure and honor to serve with you as co-chair for Erase Racism. I gratefully accept the Erase Racism's Abraham Krasnoff Courage and Commitment Award. I also would like to thank my sisters, Evelyn Klemple and Elaine Newman, my brother-in-law Larry Newman, my nephews Jason and Timothy Klemple, my good friends Manny and Mercedes Esteban, Touro's alumnus, great supporter, Bruce Gould, and all my friends from Touro who are here tonight. I extend my congratulations to tonight's other honorees and thank Erase Racism's hardworking staff and the committee responsible for tonight's event. I hope you all will read Elaine Gross's outstanding op-ed piece that appeared in this past Sunday's Newsday, and I think you should have a copy of that on your table. That piece graphically describes how Long Island's segregated school districts cheat Black and Latino students. Elaine explained that because she is African American, she risks being accused of playing the race card by pointing all of that out. I hope I will not be accused of playing the race card when I say that our segregated schools and neighborhoods also cheat white students and their families. When the United States Supreme Court upheld the separate but equal concept in the case of Plessy versus Ferguson, and incidentally, it was on June 7, 1892, that Homer Ferguson boarded a train in New Orleans that led to his case to the Supreme Court. In that case, Justice Harlan protested in a prophetic dissent in which he warned that the destinies of the two races in this country are indissolubly linked. There is no better description of this link than one provided by Father Theodore Hesburgh, former president of Notre Dame and former chairman of the United States Commission on Civil Rights, with whom I had the good fortune to work for many years. Father Hesburgh wrote, "I believe that white children and white adults who grow up and go through life separated from persons of other races also have their hearts and minds affected in ways unlikely ever to be undone. We do damage to their hearts and minds when we educate children merely to be successful in an apartheid society or in an artificially segregated areas of the society. We do damage when we raise our children in an educational incubator where they develop false notions of racial and cultural superiority. It is foolish to think that we can ignore the racial, ethnic, and cultural diversity of America and of the world. It is absurd to bring children up in an educational system which ignores it." I am sure Father Hesburgh would agree that whites as well as blacks and Latinos have a vital interest in erasing racism.